Welcome back to our channel, the channel for the latest news and untold stories about Catherine, the Princess of Wales and her royal family. Today we bring you news. Catherine stole William's eyes in the most expensive tiara moments and impeccable outfits on a royal engagement. Only a few times since joining the royal clan has the Princess of Wales donned a tiara, and Catherine obviously possesses an obsession with the sparkler. The exceptional royal diamonds that Catherine has donned were selected to represent her charisma and refinement. Would you observe that throughout her 12 years serving as a royal, the Princess of Wales has only adorned herself with a total of 4 tiaras? I'm betting you've seen pictures of her sporting exquisite jewels and patterns. The few instances that we're going to get a glimpse of these diamonds are all the more extraordinary because of the stringent regulations governing the wearing of these brilliant headpieces by British monarchs. An insider spoke with protocol specialist and ceremonial royal servant Grant Harold, who said that tiaras have always been seen as a symbol of matrimony. So typically, a bride is allowed to wear one on her marriage date or on any other white tie function once she's wedded. Catherine has been seen with a small selection of tiaras on fewer than 20 times after her royal marriage, while participating in several formal royal ceremonies. November of 2023, Catherine debuts the Strathmore Rose Tiara. Adding to her collection, Catherine now wears a tiara, a component according to reports that has remained out of the public eye for over 90 years. The Strathmore Rose Tiara was worn by Princess Catherine during the state visit dinner of the South Korean leader Yoon Suk-yeol at the Palace of Westminster on the 20th of November 2023. The stunning flower crown had been a wedding present from the late Queen Elizabeth's parents to her daughter, King George VI, as reported by the court jeweller. It was in the 1930s, the moment that the Strathmore Rose Tiara had previously been publicly donned, according to the report, which is approximately 9 decades ago. Following the reign of the Queen Mother, no royal has worn this specific tiara officially since the Princess of Wales, making it her 4th such garment. December of 2022, the Lotus Flower Tiara. For a December the 6th event at Buckingham Palace, hosted by the Diplomatic Corps, Catherine wore a tiara that hasn't been observed on her in the last 7 years. At the royal couple's supper in 2015, the Princess of Wales donned her stunning lotus flower tiara for the final time. The piece of jewellery that Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, wore as a wedding gift from her future husband, who would eventually become King George VI, was the source of inspiration for the elaborate headgear. The dazzling diamond, along with the pearl necklace, which she had been given 6 months earlier, was transformed into a crown of diamonds per her request. The tiara of the Lover's Knot, Queen Mary, the 20th of November 2022. At an official supper held by King Charles, Princess Catherine donned her beloved tiara. The Lover's Knot tiara, which Queen Mary has been rocking often throughout 2015, was Catherine's choice. Princess Diana of Wales adorned it likewise. A pair of jewellery set with diamonds and gemstones from the South Seas belonged to Diana, while a diamond pendant from the modernist era was fastened to Catherine's ribbon. Jenny Packham, a British creator, created her embroidered white outfit. The leader of South Africa would be the guest of honour at the initial state dinner thrown by the monarch's reign in 2019. April 2011, Catherine debuts the first tiara, the Cartier Halo Tiara. Princess Catherine donned her initial tiara on her wedding ceremony. Its original owner, King George VI, commissioned its creation in 1936, honouring his wife, the Queen Mother. A total of 739 brilliant cut diamonds plus 149 baton-cut jewels adorn the Cartier Halo Tiara. As an additional marriage present by Michael and Carol Middleton, Catherine enjoyed a set of studs designed by Robinson Pelham to complete her look. The sole occasion that Catherine has donned the exquisite Cartier Halo Tiara was on the day of her marriage. In October of 2015, the Lotus Flower Tiara, at the yearly Diplomatic Corps event at the Palace of Westminster in the last month of 2013. Catherine had her initial tiara time after getting married. Catherine opted for an icy blue Alexander McQueen outfit, as well as the breathtaking lotus flower headpiece. We regret to inform you that there are almost no photographs documenting the momentous occasion. Catherine wore the tiara at the official dinner at Buckingham Palace in London on the 20th of October 2015, so hopefully we caught a glimpse of it. October 2015, and another lotus flower tiara. While in London, Chinese President Xi Jinping received recognition with an official dinner. During the occasion, Catherine sported a fiery red Jenny Packham design and the lotus flower headpiece. The papyrus tiara is another name for this item. Its original owner, King George VI of Great Britain, presented the piece of jewellery to Lady Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon around 1923. Court jewellers Garrard & Co. had designed the jewellery. Elizabeth ordered it deconstructed and refashioned to a piece of headpiece. After Queen Elizabeth wore the headpiece several times throughout her hubby's reign, Princess Margaret, who was a different one and regular wearer of the jewel, received it from her mother. The tiara is versatile enough to be accessorized with pearls or diamonds. In the month of December, Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara. At the regular diplomatic corps event on the 8th of December 2015, the Princess of Wales donned this headpiece for the initial time, much to the pleasure of royal observers worldwide. Since then, Catherine's go-to jewel has consistently been the Lover's Knot tiara, which belonged to Queen Mary. After wedding Prince Charles in the year of 1981, Diana, the Princess of Wales, dressed it on multiple occasions, since it had become her favourite. During the occasion held inside the Palace of Buckingham, Catherine opted to wear her turquoise Alexander McQueen outfit once again. In December of 2016, Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara. Catherine re-opted to wear the Lover's Knot tiara, which belonged to Queen Mary, for the exact same occasion a year later. On the 8th of December, she reportedly wore her scarlet Jenny Packham outfit again. Photographs taken of Catherine as she left the Foreign Corps event gave us a better view of the Lover's Knot tiara, which belonged to Queen Mary. The Cambridge Lover's Knot tiara can frequently be mistaken for this one, while it is really an entirely different piece of jewellery. Created in 1818 for Princess Augusta of Hesse, Queen Mary's grandma, the Cambridge Lover's Knot tiara was highly esteemed by the monarch. Grand Duchess Augusta of Mecklenburg-Strelitz, who is the aunt of Queen Mary, received the tiara. The copy, and this grew to be nicknamed the Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara, was constructed in 1913 because Queen Mary cherished the original so much. It's believed that the unidentified personal collection presently owns the initial Cambridge Lover's Knot tiara, which was purchased at market at Christie's in Geneva in May 1981 for almost $747,000. The purchaser's identity remained a secret. During July 2017, Princess Catherine wore the Lover's Knot tiara. The royal couple dined alongside King Philippe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain at Buckingham Palace on the 12th of July 2017. The Princess of Wales donned a bluish-pink Marchesa gown and a headpiece that belonged to Queen Mary of the Lover's Knot. Catherine accessorized with a set of jewellery that came from her deceased mother-in-law's assortment and wore Princess Diana's beloved tiara. The Princess of Wales's marriage present, a set of diamond and pearl Collingwood earrings, became few of her most cherished jewellery pieces. In December 2017, Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara. The Princess of Wales was invited to speak at Buckingham Palace's yearly Foreign Corps event on the 5th of December 2017. Reigning high on the top of her head was the Lover's Knot tiara of Queen Mary and the Collingwood pearl studs of Princess Diana. Queen Elizabeth additionally permitted Catherine to wear the elaborate diamond jewellery set in the collar. Few pictures taken during the ceremony have been released, so details of Catherine's dazzling white Jenny Packham outfit remain shrouded in mystery. In October 2018, Queen Mart's Lover's Knot tiara. At an official luncheon held at Buckingham Palace in London on the 23rd of October 2018, Princess Catherine donned the Lover's Knot tiara, which belonged to Queen Mary of England. The occasion was held to pay tribute to the travelling Dutch monarchs, King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima. The combination of Catherine's pastel blue Alexander McQueen outfit, along with her diamond and pearl spectacular jewellery, was just stunning. Belonging to Queen Elizabeth's extensive jewellery collection, this particular item is called Queen Alexandra's marriage jewellery. December of 2018, the Lover's Knot tiara of Queen Mary. Inside the Foreign Corps event at Buckingham Palace in London on the 4th of December 2018, the future Queen was photographed wearing Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara, which is evidently her favourite. She wears an acrylic Royal Family Order brooch, instead of the more conventional ivory one. The Queen's likeness is depicted here. Another time, Catherine accessorized with Princess Diana's beloved Collingwood earrings made of diamonds. June 2019, the Lover's Knot Tiara of Queen Mary. Attending an official luncheon honouring Donald Trump, the US President, on the 3rd of June 2019, Catherine opted to wear the Lover's Knot Tiara, which belonged to Queen Mary. Wearing the white gown by Alexander McQueen and jewels set with sapphires and diamonds from the British monarch's mother's collection, Catherine accessorised her look with an elaborate tiara. In April of 2019, Queen Elizabeth awarded Catherine with the Dame Grand Cross of the British Victorian Order's sash, which she wore affixed to her clothes as an expression of her appreciation for her dedication to the crown. December 2019, the Lover's Knot Tiara. At Buckingham Palace in London, Catherine was a guest of the Foreign Service event on the 11th of December. Additionally, there was a Truth Again, the Lover's Knot Tiara that belonged to Queen Mary. This piece of jewellery that Catherine wore was presented to her and provided by the Queen. It was a different one of the eye-catching accessories. The chain of diamonds that the Nizam of Hyderabad gave to the Queen for her big day in 1947 was worn by the princess. It was in London's National Picture Museum in 2014 when Catherine first wore it. Additionally, Catherine added an additional pair of studs to the princess's collection, the Queen's diamond chandelier earrings to her collection. Catherine opted to wear the Alexander McQueen velvety dress in a dark blue for the function, accessorising it by adding the Dame Grand Cross of the Imperial Victorian Order ribbon and the Royal Family Order on the left side of her breast. Without a question, Catherine's favourite piece of headgear is Queen Mary's Lover's Knot Tiara. That served as the crowning jewel of the ensemble. Thank you very much for watching the video. In your opinion, should the Princess of Wales wear more tiaras? The more tiaras she wears from royal boxes, the happier I'll be. After you've had your say, please inform us and we'll say farewell for the time being.